be starting in about 6 minutes. I'm not very loud here in my. That's all right. Am I coming through okay to you, Del?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Are you hearing me as good as I'm hearing you?
I don't know, but yeah, MJ, we're 6 minutes before the game, and you got the Fox City Stars taking on the Cap City Cougars.
Fox City Stars has been in the top 10 all year. And the Cougars snuck in and out a couple times, but, here they are. It's a state tournament, and last year the people didn't give the Cougars much of a chance to get out of the semis, and next thing you know, they're playing in the championship game and playing well. So you can't take anything for granted here, but the Cougars have come in. They have played well down the stretch, but Fox Cities has really played well mostly all season long.
The Fox Cities, they're led by Jablonski, Horman, and Hull, three of the top offensive players in the state. And, the speed that they have and the pressure that they're able to put on an opposing goalie and on the opposing defense is just tremendous. And that they're going to be three of the players to watch today for the Stars. Well, when you turn around and you look at the Cougars, you've got number 7, Brenna Benuelos, and 10, Jenna Yeager, and number 77, Amanda Bauer. And they're three players to watch, but then you got to also keep an eye on Mackenzie Rosen and Mary Gross. And they get back and they try to do a pretty good job.
Welcome back to our state tournament edition of This Week in Wisconsin Prep Hockey. Our Thursday quarterfinal
the Cougars, which is Jenna Yeager, who's coming back off of a broken clavicle, and it's going to be her first game action back since that happened. And what she's gone through this past year to get through this senior season is just amazing. Back in the spring, Coach Thornton got a phone call from his assistant coach saying that they were in the hospital with Jenna, and she had just been diagnosed with Crohn's disease.
Oh, boy.
And so, she battled back from that. They get her through the medication and everything, come back from that, and she finishes up her lacrosse season. A little later in the year, Coach Thornton gets another phone call from the same assistant coach saying, we're in the hospital again with Jenna. This time she had a stroke. And, so here she is, and Coach Thornton gets there to meet her, and she looks at him and she says, I want to be playing hockey this year. And she battled back and, came back and won the starting job. It wasn't given to her. It's something that she won and earned as the season started. And then about halfway through the season in a game against Arrowhead, she ends up with a broken clavicle. And yesterday marked 7 weeks since the break. She had been cleared last week to play in the sectional finals. She did not play as she had been sick, but and they, let's give credit to Taylor Knox, a freshman who came in, played big for him, and got him into the, played well enough for them to make it down here to the state games. And today Jenna's going to get to start, but just what she's gone through this season. And what they went through last season with Taylor Thornton when she played goalie, she'd been diagnosed with diabetes. And, the way this team and these players have supported and been there for each other, it just tells you what team is. Team, family, however you want to put it. And for any of these teams that make it down here, the boys, the girls, that's one of the main things that has to happen. There's got to be teamwork, and there's got to be a family atmosphere among them.
I totally agree, Del. The cohesiveness that coaches look for, because when those kids get down here and they close ranks, you guys are either tight, or if you're loose, you're probably not going to. You're loose as a group, you're probably not going to be here very long.
And there's that, as you go through life and you have the teamwork, which we always talk about. That's one thing that high school sports helps develop. Organized sports helps develop that teamwork, and you learn to be able to trust somebody to have your back. And that comes into play in so many different areas of life, and that's what high school sports is about. It's preparing you for life.
Getting close to opening face-off times as officials come out on the ice, and when you talk so much about Jenna Yeager, what she's been through, I mean, wow. That's a lot. But like you said about Taylor Knox playing well and being able to get them where they are right now. You know, Taylor Knox had to stop a pretty doggone good Onalaska team last week. Onalaska really had some weapons that could come after you. And she was able to get them through that game. And the Cougars here on Friday.
Yeah.
You're right about Knox. Only a freshman, but boy, you talk about coming through.
Yeah, but you know, now let's talk about the Stars a little bit. Their road to get here was not easy. You sit there and you look at who they had to play in that sectional final. They had to take on.
I just lost everything.
They had to take on the Warbirds in that sectional final, and you know they had lost to them, I think, at least twice during the season, and came out and won that game 5-2 to make their way down here to state, and beat them when they needed to. They were ranked number 1 and 2 in the state at the time.
They battled through them, and you know, as you said, a 5-2 win. That's pretty good for when you're right. You look at all the teams they had to go through. University School of Milwaukee in the sectional semi. I mean, they've been a team that's been in the top 10 all season long as well. You're right. They had to get through some good teams to get here, and we knew when we did our sectional previews that you know the winner of that sectional was going to have to get through some pretty good teams to get here.
And these two teams met earlier in the season. Fox City Stars won that game 7-0. Part of the difference is going to be is how do these teams react to being in this atmosphere? You know, on the big stage now, it's different than playing during the regular season. You know, it's a one and done. You lose, you go home. Cap City's got a little bit of experience, having played 2 games on this ice last year. I believe Coach Thornton said that this is their 3rd straight year being here. I think it was 2 out of the last 3. I think Rock County might have been in between there somewhere. But anyway you look at it, it's going to be a good game.
Oh, it's been 3 straight years. Rock County was here with a very talented sophomore class. They never got back. And they didn't get this year. But the Cougars are becoming one of the premier
Introducing
programs
first the
here
Cap
in
City
the
Cougars.
state. They're
Number 1, Taylor Knox.
The Fox City Stars in the same breath.
Number
Jeff Fox
7,
has done a phenomenal job
Brenna
of putting
Manuelos.
together a pretty good program as well.
Number 9,
and you know,
Olivia Thompson.
Jablonski,
Number 10,
Horman, and Hull,
Catherine Yeager.
they started playing hockey together as about the
Number
age of 4 or
11,
5.
Colin Gill.
Well, then this is the first year that they've actually been back
Number
together
17,
in high
Camille
school
Baker.
because Appleton United used to have their own team and
Number 19,
were short on
Haley
players, and they
Hanley.
combined with Fox City Stars, and so that's
Number
put those
20,
3 back
Mary
together.
Goss.
And you know, it's been beneficial for
Number
both
21, Christina
for the entire
Eberhard.
team.
Number 23, Alexandra Veldkamp.
The Cap City Cougars being introduced
Number
on the
24,
center ice.
Carmen
I like
Nicolas
the setup they do this year
Almela.
for the teams.
Number
They dim the
26,
lights.
Mackenzie Razine.
They got a fog machine
Number
that they put on.
28,
I think they could probably maybe do
Sydney
that a little
Spatola.
bit different. But instead
Number
of just having the
32,
cameraman walk down the
Elizabeth
line,
Hansen.
they're skating right out to the front by the scorer's
Number
table.
33, Jenna
Team.
Yeager.
And-
Number 35,
skate right out there
Kendra Sanderfoot.
And being introduced, it's a different approach, and I
Number
like it.
37,
The thing is
Lauren
they're trying to
Lifferty.
make it more of an experience for the kids.
Number 40,
And that's what this is
Keegan
about. It's not
Marcoullier.
about you and me up here watching it,
Number
the
56,
fans
Madeline
and things.
Zumsky.
It's got to be an experience for those kids, something that they're
Number
going to remember their
77,
entire life
Amanda
out
Bauer.
here. There's so
number
many players that
92,
dream about being
Maria
here and they
Griffiths.
don't make it. And
Head coach
you know,
is
so
Jeff Thornton.
that
Assistant
alone is
coaches,
something that
Tom
they're going to
Siegel,
remember.
Mike
But
Jaeger,
this you know,
and Brenna
actually lets them
Weber.
come out and be recognized a little bit better, I believe.
We've talked a little bit
And now
about
for the Fox City Stars,
It's a team that I
number
haven't seen
2,
during the
Tegan
season.
Dickman.
But you talk about the top line,
Number
and I've heard
3,
from a number
Shelby
of people how
Hewitt.
good that top line is. How are they defensively?
Number 6,
Defen-
Lauren Hull.
One thing that you're going to notice when you're
Number
watching this
8,
game is
Tori
their speed.
Nelson.
They get back, they
Number 9,
they
Lauren
do
Fine.
what they can to limit the shots on their goalie.
Number 10, Maddie
And
Jablonski.
you know, it's one of those things that
Number
you know,
11,
they
Maddie
pack it
Meyer.
and force you to take bad
Excuse me,
shots.
Monica Horman.
And you're going to be impressed by their speed, I do believe.
Coster.
But Cap City's
Number
got a team that
17,
can
Morgan
play right into
Tremmel.
it. You've seen Cap City play against Rock County,
Number 18,
and
Elena
you notice
Shaw.
Cap City
Number
and
19,
Fox City,
Anna
all
Sotsak.
these high school girls teams have learned from
Number
watching the
21,
Storm
Sarah
over the
Marmon.
years. Limit the shots from
Number
your goalie
22,
and give you a
Riley
chance to win.
Malik.
Which is
Number
what
24,
Cap City did
Anna
last
Hiltonen.
year. Here in the
Number
semifinal game last
26,
year.
Michaela
And they were able
Zilic.
to ride that into the championship
Number
game.
28, Izzy Murphy.
Last night we saw the same thing though with the boys.
Number
Garrett
30,
Larson
Annalise
for
Mall.
Waukesha. Well, he
Number
didn't need a whole lot of
33,
guys backing in.
Patty
He was
Burt.
just phenomenal last night.
And number
52
38,
saves,
Emma
but,
Webster.
he's a whole different
Head
breed from what
coach
we've
is
seen
Jeff
with goalies.
Fox.
Yeah,
Assistant
I
coach
mean,
Chris McGurk.
there's so many times that we talk
Referee
about it.
Jeff Hanslick from Jim
A hot
Falls.
goalie can steal a game
Referee
for you,
Scott Knowles
but
from
Garrett Larson's
Dublin.
not a hot goalie.
And
He's just a
linesman
great
Robert
goalie all around.
Kuklinski from Mosinee.
I agree totally.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to the Sun Prairie Co-op Band
anthem, and we'll get
under
this
the
thing
direction
started.
of Mike Sherrod plays our national anthem.
Well done. The introductions are done. The players.
Correct. The band director's name is Mike Syra.
Players have all been introduced. The refs have been introduced. The national anthem's done. Now it's time to play. And I'm sure the girls have been looking forward to this moment for quite a while. And I wonder how many of them slept last night.
We talked a little bit about this earlier. I think the players sleep excellent on this night. To them, they know what's expected of them. I think who has the hardest time sleeping last night were the parents of these players. They're the ones that get a little more, anxiety and everything, wanting to see them do well. But the players are going to go out there and do what they can to control their destiny and leave it all on the ice. And you're going to see that from both these teams.
Fox City Stars is the designated home team in this game. Did they seed this one as well?
Yes, they did. Fox Cities ended up with the number 1 seed. Cap Cities, Cougars with the number 4. And our next game will be featuring number 2 against number 3.
And I agree. When you talk about seeding the tournament, I agree. You're going to have to play all these teams anyways to get through. So what does it matter?
Yep. This is a little different, seeding the girls, compared to the boys, with there being 8 teams on the boys' side. And, it's all a little subjective, and we'll let it go at that.
Right away, Fox Cities gets the puck into the Cap City zone. Mary Goss was back there to play it, number 20. Fox Cities now picks it up, gets tapped away. And the Cougars come back the other way with it. They're into the offensive zone.
That's Jenna Yeager there, number 10, one of the assistant captains.
She took a shot there. That went wide. And it's back out of the zone. And here comes Fox Cities into the offensive zone. Trying to get through the traffic there. Save made there. Puck's played back out. And now it's poked over into the corner. Trying to hunt it down back behind the net. Cougars over to the near corner to try to dig it out. Played up ahead and just backhand it. Try to get it deep into the zone, but that's cut off. We come back the other way with it for Fox Cities.
That's Horman with the puck, skating it in deep and passing it into the middle, trying to get it into the high slot there.
Now Jablonski goes back behind the net. She gets the puck, brings it out, plays it back out to the point. Near side, shot through traffic, save made there. And the puck's cleared out of the zone. Just over a minute in, no score here from the Coliseum. Girls' first semifinal game. Fox City Stars and the Cap City Cougars. Cougars pick up the puck in their own zone. Try to play it off the boards and out, doesn't go. Still being held in, far side. Cougars control though, back over here along the near boards though. Stars able to poke it back in deep. Cougars stuck a little bit right now in their own zone. The Stars denying that outlet pass. Now the Cougars will pick it up and they will get it out of the zone. Right back out, now they'll have to go back and get it. That puck's now knocked away. Stars with a steal. Try to play it back down low. That goes out to the neutral zone. Cougars up to counter back the other way. They get in over the line. Shot taken there, missing the net. And coming to get it now is Zephram Yeager, number 10. Tries to center. They're not connected with there. Goes back down here near boards. Jablonski tosses it out of the zone to nobody in particular, and the Cougars try to dump it back in, which they do. Stars retouch. And we get a stop at the play with a shot and a save made there. I'm trying to say the Stars over the boards.
Yeah, well, shouldn't get a shot on goal on that one. That one would have went high above the crossbar, but it's going to be a face-off over here to the left of Burnt and net.
Off the face-off, shot taken there. That one may have hit the post. As that was Yeager with the shot. And here comes Fox City's back the other way. They get in over the line. Over to the far corner. Try to dig it out there. It's still being held in. Shot attempt there made. And Yeager with the save as well.
And those early saves are big for Yeager after not playing for a few weeks. And this being her first game action, to get that first save out of the way probably helps get rid of some butterflies that she would be experiencing prior to the start of this game.
Fox City Stars have an offensive zone face-off. Try to win it back. And the Cougars tried to clear it out, but it was held in, far boards. Cougars able to pick it up. Battle over into the corner. Get an outlet pass on a nice pass. Get it back out of the zone, coming back the other way. Cougars able to hold it in the offensive zone. Shot attempt there, gets knocked down, never got to the net. Battle on in the corner.
That's Kendra Sanderfoot down there helping cut that off, keep it down in.
Near side here, played back on the zone. Stars are going to pick it up out there. Cougar defense, though, takes it right back. Try to play across ice. This pass is intercepted. Come back the other way in the offensive zone.
That was a nice interception by Hull there. Coming up, she came right off the bench and right into the passing lane.
Cougar defense, I don't think knew where they were at the moment, but if I had to find them really quick, and they were able to. Back into the offensive zone. Here comes Fox Cities. Held in at the point. They back out. So patient with the puck. Shot attempt there. Yeager may have made a save on that one. Never got there. Stars hold it in. Go across ice in the circle. Shot attempt there. Doesn't get through. Comes back out to the point again. Another shot played over into the corner.
This is one thing that Cap City's going to have to do is they're going to have to be better off at getting that puck out of their zone and limiting the shots. You figure we're almost 5 minutes into this game. I'd say about 4 minutes of it's been down in the defensive zone for the Cougars.
That was Michaela Zillish taking the last couple shots for Fox City Stars. Got to clear it out. Still being held in. She had a brother Connor who playing junior hockey now for Chippewa Steel in the North American League. Chippewa Falls. Here come the Cougars. Centering pass, trying to get through to the It's Fox City's blue line. Now they get the entry into the zone.
And that's Sanderfoot again, moving that puck in. Loses her stick. Puck's picked up and back behind the net.
Try to get it out of the zone. Gets back out. And is cleared back to the Cougar blue line. Cougars play it cross ice. Don't connect there. And Fox Cities dumps it in.
Fox
Ford in the corner. Try to center out front. Goes back over into the near corner. Picked up, tried to play back out front. That doesn't get there. Yeager was going the wrong way in her net. Was able to get back. You're right, watching the speed here of this line for Fox Cities. Boy, they're just so quick to the puck.
They're quick, and they know where each player's going to be.
And they score.
That was one where Yeager went to slide across, looking for it, and it got redirected and came in behind her.
So Fox Cities goes up 1-0 with 10:57 left here in the first. As we get another look at it here.
Oh.
That one may have been tipped by Jablonski, but that one barely snuck in the net from a bad angle.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't the way that I thought that the puck went in from watching it live. That replay, showed it came in, and as you said, just barely scooted over that goal line.
Flanked on the inside of the far post and stay in. So Fox Cities goes up 1-0 in this game. And they take the puck.
Scoring the Stars goal, number 10, Maddie Jablonski.
And you called it.
Assisted by number 6, Lauren Hall. And number 8, Tori Nelson. Time of the goal, 6:03. Number 10, Jablonski, from number 6, Hall, and number 8, Nelson, at 6:03.
10, 6, and 8, the scoring line on that one.
And two of the three players that we were, we know to be watching for. But, a lot of times these games down here come to who's the player that's going to step up and help out. And, on that one we had number 8, Nelson, coming through.
Stars right back in the offensive zone. Things getting a little bit physical in the corner. Nice play there. Come walking in, send it across to the circle. Centering way back to the circle.
Oh,
they scored it. Oh my goodness.
That was Horman on that goal there.
Wow.
And nice, crisp passes, going back and forth, spreading out the defense. And, nice shot for the goal.
That, if you ever get to see a replay of that one, there's boys high school teams that can't even make moves like that.
That was just a goal. But, I mean, and that went 5-hole on her. But that started out, the first pass came from the right side of Yeager down there.
The Stars' second goal, number 12, Annika Horman. Assisted by number 10, Maddie Jablonski, and number 8, Tori Nelson.
Tori Nelson, 2 assists quicker.
But
number 12, Horman, from number 10, Jablonski, and number 8, Nelson at 7:01.
As we look at it, that pass started from the left side of the ice to the right, back to the left, where Harmon took the shot and fired it into the net.
And they come back the other way. Jablonski, so quick to get out, find space and time. Cougars try to chip it out. It's held in along the boards. Puck comes trickling out of the zone now.
And,
Fox Cities tries to dump it back in. Cougars cleared.
One thing, the Cougars, you mentioned, the game was getting a little physical in the corners. Cougars are, at this time of year, try to play a little more physical, and that might not be the way to try to play Fox Cities.
Cougars able to pick it up. Chip it quickly out of the zone. Fox Cities takes it over. Cougars come right back, chip it into the offensive zone, but boy, Fox City's had 4 players back waiting for him.
In deep. It comes down behind the net, and that's going to be number 21 for the Stars. 21 is Sarah Marvin. Chases it down.
Play back over into the corner again. Cap City gets to it, try to hold it in at the point. It's knocked out, and here go the Stars back the other way. Cougars, though, come back and take it. Played up ahead. Cougars get the entry into the zone, and it's cleared right back out. Rejected like a bad nickel, right?
That's where the boards come into play here at Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Rebound came right back out in front of the net, but unfortunately for the Cougars, nobody was there for it.
Come back the other way. Cap City's quickly into the offensive zone. Ooh, that was supposed to be an offside. 26 moving in for the Stars. That's Zillish again. And she brings it up from the defensive end.
Yep, and the speed. I just don't know if Cap City's going to be able to keep up with them, and it's going to be interesting.
It's a 2-0 game right now, and here they come back the other way. As Fox Cities gets it right back in the offensive zone, try to center there at the circle, knocked away. Still, Fox Cities keeps it in. Try to backhand out. Cougars trying desperately to get something going. They're down 2-0 here early. This one's dumped in on net. Save made there.
And here we come, and that's Harmon coming up with the puck, and you got Hull to her right. Pass, then they dump it deep and get a line change.
Yeah, Jablonski was already heading off. Cougars able to clear it out. As Fox Cities had delayed offsides, Cougars get into the offensive zone. But it goes right back out. Cougars, Del, so far haven't been able to get any sustained offensive zone time. 6:40 left here in the first.
And you look up at the shots, it's 6-2, and it's just one of those things where Fox Cities is just keeping it all down in their offensive zone.
Played back now, back into the Fox City zone. Stars play it up ahead. It's intercepted there, and Mary Dawson tried to bring it in over the line, but that one was knocked down. As we got a Cougars trying to get this puck back going the other way. Now up ahead.
Here they come. And that was Amanda Bauer. Right as soon as the puck hit her stick, you had one of the Fox City Stars come and knock it off, and that was number 9, Olivia Thompson. Oh no, Olivia Thompson's the other way. Lauren Fine.
Held in at the far point, shot put in there, save made there by the Fox City's netminder.
Hattie Burnt in net.
Now dumped in. They're back out. Fox Cities tries to get to the puck, try to reset, and they get it back into the offensive zone.
Courtney Coster with it there, trying to get it down in deep, and they get back to their line of Jablonski, Horman, and Hull.
How deep on lines do they go, Del? They usually go 2, 3?
I'm thinking three lines is what our spotter here is telling me.
Here's Mary Goss going through traffic, gets dumped. There, here goes Fox Cities back the other way with Jablonski. Jablonski trying to split the defense. Now circles around, looks for some space, able to get it off. Jagger has to make a stop there. Goes back over into the corner. 4:45 left here in the first. 2-0 Stars. Both teams working in the corner, try to dig it out. Stars can't hold it, and the Cougars now not sure what to do with it. As the Stars offensively, their forecheck has kept the puck deep in the Cougar zone. Now Cougars will get a chance. Jablonski rolls off.
That's Nelson with the puck, passes it up.
Chipped into the offensive zone again. And Jager's going to cover this one up for a face-off.
Sportsmanship doesn't
4:13
stop
left
when
here
the
in
game
the
ends.
first.
It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character,
shot
dignity,
7-3.
and leading by
One thing
example.
if you go to Wisconsin Prep Hockey website, you'll see the all-state players for the girls
Sportsmanship Award
awards that were
since it
last
started
night.
in
And if you look at the first team, second team, honorable mention, you're going to see a bunch of Fox City players listed out there.
Team sportsmanship. It recognizes sportsmanship matters.
All state, it's always that time of year when this comes out. And
visit
always plenty of talk about who's there, who's not there, and you know, they all can't be there.
No,
and see how our
they all can't be there. Unfortunately, you know, that's all voting done by the coaches, and they go by what, you know, they've seen during the year. And so, you know, it all depends on what they've seen. I'm glad I don't have to do that voting.
No. I see on that last sequence there, Yeager made a stop and played the puck back behind the net with her glove. She kept the play going when she could easily have taken a whistle. Face off, held in by Fox Cities. Turn it around.
They got their second line out there right now.
They'll hold it in. Shot attempt there goes up high in the air. A couple of Cougars try to knock it down. They do. Puck scooted just by the side of the net.
I think they could have called the infield fly rule on that one.
I think you're right. And here come the Cougars back the other way. In some space. Get it into the offensive zone.
Jenna Yeager skating it in deep. Tries to backhand it up to the slot, but knocked out by the Stars.
Yeager plays it out. Here's a shot attempt going through traffic. Never got there. Blocked in front. And it's coming back the other way. Over the line at the circle. Shot attempt there goes around the boards.
I believe that shot attempt was by Nelson. Skating it in from defense.
Jablonski gives it off. She heads back down low. Shot attempt there. Misses the boards. Comes back down. Here's a quick shot there through traffic.
I noticed, you know, Fox Cities is doing a nice job of getting people down there, trying to screen Yeager in net down there.
And here's a shot. That one goes way wide. Far circle, hold it in. Just able to keep the puck hemmed in deep. And Cougars have just haven't been able to get a breakout. This time they just toss it out of the zone. And what the first thing they have to do is go change. Right up ahead. Here they come into the offensive zone. Cougars get it pushed. Quickly they get down there.
That's number 92, Maria Griffiths, you know, coming in and getting that puck down deep in the zone.
This puck played off of the referee, touched the Cougar bench. And
fans, be sure to purchase a copy of the state
2:14 left here in the first. It's 2-0. Fox City's lead.
Includes the rosters and statistics of all the teams.
Mary Griffiths is one of these players that, you know, I've seen play quite a few times over the past few years. Seen her improve on the ice for the Cougars, and has worked herself up into the captain position.
WIAA.tv on the NFHS network is a unique web portal featuring live and archived streams of state tournament action
Face-off upcoming
and other
outside
important
the Cougars blue line.
WIAA events. You can watch live streams of state
These two
events
teams did play
when you
earlier in the
subscribe
year.
to the NFHS
If I remember
network.
correctly.
Yeah, they did play earlier in the year, and it was a 7-0 win by the Fox City Stars.
WIAA.tv and click.
You know, I'm sitting here looking at the statistics. Jenna Yeager for the Cougars had 30 points on the season to lead the Cougars. The next highest one is 22. And then you turn around and you look at the points for the Fox City Stars. You got Jablonski with 57 points, 32 goals, 25 assists. Annika Horman, 52 points, 28 goals, 24 assists. Lauren Hull, 16 goals, 26 assists. So you got 3 players with 40 or more points on the Fox City Stars.
Well, the Cougars, you know, I'm sure they figured with Fox Cities, keep it close. And, you know, it seems to be a tall task at this moment. Being down 2-0, face off back in the Cougar zone. Off the draw, Cougars try to chip it out. Being battled for in the corner. Pinned up along the boards, try to dig it out. They're down in that corner from our vantage point that we just can't quite see what's going on. As you try to look through a couple of sheets of glass.
There's backhand shot.
Backhand save made there by Yeager. across, shot attempt there, looking for a tip in front. That goes wide.
And you notice you don't really ever see a Fox City Stars player standing still. They're constantly moving behind the net, cycling back up in front into that low slot, trying to keep moving so that they'll give a place for the puck to be passed to.
Still being held in by Fox Cities. Now the Cougars able to break it out, try to get it up ahead. Fox Cities defense though able to disrupt.
Whoa! And there's the first arm up during the game here.
As Mary Goss just gets swung around. Mary's not a big girl as it is. Her mom just came up and visited us before the game. That's what we had up here earlier.
You know, so we got a Fox City Stars going to the send bin, and that was a nice tackle.
What's that?
That was a nice tackle.
The Fox City penalty to number 26, Michaela Zilic.
Looking at Goss, she's
2-minute
out there on the
minor
ice.
for holding.
She's right back up and ready to go.
16:04.
But I guarantee you the poor girl felt that one.
So the Cougars on the power play. Can they get? Oh,
pass goes off.
Pass was off. Hull just missed picking that one up for the breakaway. Gets it over to Jablonski.
Jablonski has it taken off her stick. Cougars will pick it up and come back the other way. First power play of the game for either team. They try to get the entry into the zone. And stumped all the way out.
Nice play by Hull there, riding Bauer into the boards. Not a check, just using the physical body to ride him into the boards, take him off the puck, and turn the puck over.
17 seconds left in the period. If they don't score here, they will have more power play time to start the second. Here's Yeager circling around. Near boards. Held in. Shot attempt through traffic. Gets knocked down. Held in far side, and that's where the first goal is going in. As the period is over. Shots in the period, 8-3 favoring
the Fox City Stars. But, I think, Thornton's going to take the Cougars into the locker room here. But I think, he's going to say,
saves in the period.
We are still in this game. We're down by 2. But, we need to do this. We need to control the puck better and get it out of our zone. We're still on a power play here for about, a minute and a half?
Minute 20.
Minute 20 on a power play to start the period. You score a goal there, all of a sudden it's a one-goal game.
Well, both teams heading off the ice, and we will head out here. We'll step aside for a little bit. First period after 1. Fox Cities 2, and Cap City Cougars nothing here on Wisconsin Prep Hockey.
All right, your microphone. This isn't working.
Didn't have much time. What's wrong?
It's not working. Okay, the microphone isn't working.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That's what's wrong. So you're going to have to use this one, and Dell's going to have to use this.
Okay.
So Dell, why don't you give me turn it on. Give me a soft.
Test.
Say a little more than
We're here at Fox City's game. Stars controlling the game right now.
Talk a little bit. Go ahead and talk into it. Okay, I'm talking. It's humming, but I'm talking. It might be because of Dell's wireless. I think that's what it was. Boy, I had that hum. I don't know. Maybe Dell's got to be spaced out a little bit more from me, so maybe we don't get that feedback. Yeah, you're okay right there.
Okay.
The problem is, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, it doesn't come through the headset at all.
So we're at the game, testing the microphones to see what's happening, see if we can actually do this broadcast. Okay. Hello.
There.
Can you hear me yet, MJ?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can hear you from out there, not coming through the headset.
Okay. Very good. You can hear me? There.
I hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we good now?
Okay, I think I can hear him enough. There, it starts slow. Okay, go ahead and talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah. Whoa! we're coming in hot.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay, it's over there. Yeah, I seem to be okay now. I don't hear any hum. Boy, you got within a foot of me. Wow. Seems okay. All right. Welcome back to our state tournament edition of This Week in Wisconsin Prep Hockey. Our Thursday quarterfinal games are over, and we've got a Final Four of the boys' side, and we'll get into girls' action tomorrow. That starts at 10 on Friday morning. But we're going to review tonight what happened all in the boys' action today. Earlier today was University School holding off on Alaska 4-3 today, and guys, I don't know if you want to say this one was closer than what we thought it would be, but Unalaska played pretty doggone well for a team that got beat a couple weeks ago 6-1 by them.
Yeah, not only beat 6-1, but they got outplayed tremendously in that game. And today, University School did the little things better. Battles against the boards they won. They made a lot fewer intercepted passes, but there was no real talent gap between the two teams in terms of skating, stick handling, that kind of stuff. University School just won the little battles, and that ended up getting them the game.
Yeah, I think that really when you watch the game, it didn't look like a number 1 seed playing against a number 8 seed. It was pretty even. The score was even, 4-3. Shots were even, 25-24. Unalaska didn't look like they were out of their element at all, and I think they got every right to be proud. They battled one of the top teams against the state, and right down to basically the last second had a chance to tie the game. So they played very well, and like Junior said, USM was just a little bit better.
Well, I mean, you look at the game and getting to talk to the two coaches afterwards. They both, Coach Woods was the first one that came out, and as I walked up to him, said to me, he says, they were not an 8 seed that we played. They're an exceptional team, and they had great coaching. And, he posted that when he shared the article and everything. There's a lot of respect between the two teams, regardless of what the score was in the final game of the season. And the players from Unalaska basically wore that number 8 seed as a badge of honor, and went out there wanting to prove that they belong down here and were deserving of the respect, and they showed that on the ice today.
Yeah, none of us felt like Unalaska should have been the number 8 seed to begin with. According to everything that everything that we chart, our top 10s, our computer rankings, I mean, they should have been right around the middle, 4 or 5, no worse than that. And they played well. They just made they made some mistakes today. A lot of passes right into university school skaters, when they had opportunities to go around them. One of the goals they gave up was they were on the power play, and the defenseman stepped out from behind the net and tried making a long pass. Well, there was a university school guy right in front of him who put his stick out there, blocked the puck, ended up knocking it into the net. Just there, too many unforced errors. Let's call it that.
And I think Coach Thorne of the girls Onalaska Hilltoppers actually pointed that out, and he said USM did a excellent job at forcing Onalaska into errors that they don't usually make. And that's the difference in a lot of these games.
That's also the kind of thing that you get from playing a harder schedule. We pointed out during the preview some of the tougher games Onalaska played. They played University School, they played Eau Claire North. But unfortunately, a lot of their schedule is in a section that's not that tough. And when you're not playing those teams consistently, you can get away with those mistakes all season long. So when you do play a team like that, you're not conditioned not to make those mistakes.
The one thing, about they have to play a certain amount of games in that area because of the conference they are in.
Plus, they
But
can't
they
spend
do
the entire
travel
school
and they
budget.
do play games in different areas of the state. Coach Ahern pointed out they go up north and play games. They go to the west and play games. They go down to the south and play games. They had one game where a team called them up after their schedule had already been fixed and set, and offering them a tougher game. But he'd already made commitments to these other games, and you can't, go and drop that and put that problem on somebody else. The one thing that I think it's missed at times is you have coaches that want to play tougher schedules, but these teams say, well, no, you haven't proven yourself to play them. Well, where do they get the chance to prove that they can play them if those coaches don't give them the chance?
Well, and a lot of times you have to make those commitments sometimes a couple of years in advance. And some of the teams that were travel teams on Onalaska's schedule this year that have been good in the recent past weren't that good this year. I believe they played Fond du Lac Springs, which has been a very strong program in recent past. They weren't that good this year. So that game didn't give them that kind of boost that they could have gotten.
You guys think at all, any time in this game, that U School maybe took Onalaska a little lightly? Anybody feel that?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I
don't think anybody does that down here.
No, they saw that they were competing pretty closely. It wasn't like USM was up here and Onalaska was here. They were pretty even for most of the game. Like we've all said, the little mistakes, and we know why that happens. But I think USM said, hey, we're in a battle here. We got to beat these guys, and then let's move on. But, they had to take care of business, and they did. They got a one-goal win.
Well, let's move on to the game number 2, Verona and Eau Claire North. Verona gets a 5-1 win. Were you guys surprised at the gap of victory in this game?
Not entirely. Someone pointed it out on the Facebook comments, which are a terrible thing to read. On the last top 10 we posted for the season, because Eau Claire North was still in the top 10, they had a terrible final week of the season. They got beaten badly by 3 teams. They were all good teams, but they got beaten badly 3 games at the end of the season. And I think that comes from Eau Claire North is a good team with 2 really great players. And it's hard to be a good team in Madison. You have to be a great team. And Verona's defense didn't give those 2 players room to do much, and the rest of the team they didn't have it quite there this year. That's not a deep team. They're
no, the
and
supporting
we
cast
see it a
is
lot
not.
in Wisconsin, a one-line team down at State. They were a one-line team, and Verona's D was really stingy today, and not even their D. The second period, I don't know, did Eau Claire touch the puck? Verona had possession of the puck for like 16 minutes out of the 17 minutes in the second period.
How did Verona do on penalties today? What did they end up with?
They took 3 in the first.
Alrighty. Shortly, both teams will be back out on the ice along with the referees as this game is at first intermission. It is a first intermission, 2-0 lead for the Fox City Stars.
So, MJ, what does Cap City need to do to get back into this game?
I think they got to get pucks to the net.
Pucks to the net? How important is this first minute 20 to start the period while they're still on the power play?
Well, I think I don't think it determines the whole game, but yet I think it would be nice to get it started. I think you make a statement at that point.
I think this power play means a lot to them because I think that if they score during this power play, they feel that they're back into the game. Whereas if they don't convert on this power play, I think it puts more pressure on them themselves.
We're going to find out here shortly as both teams have come back out on the ice. But I really would like to see, if you're Cap City, I still say get pucks to the net. When have they really gotten good, solid shots at the net? The one they did was head high, but I mean, the rest of them just kind of fluttered in there. This is kind of a key point of emphasis for them.
And shots in the first period was 8-3, which, it's a 5-shot difference, but when you're talking less than 10 shots, that's still quite a bit.
All right, both teams back out on the ice, about ready to drop the puck. There is, as soon as they put the scoreboard back up here. I know there's over a minute of power play time. And we're underway as the Cougars try to get it going here in the second period. They get it in over the line. Fox City's there immediately to dump it right back out. They put it all the way down in on net. Mary Goss.
Puck's down here loose behind the net. Cap City's trying to get it out. And Goss was actually grabbing the back of her leg there as she's getting back up. But she seems to be skating fine going back down the ice. Puck's down deep in the zone. Centering pass, comes back out. Goss with it. She's going to take the shot. Knocked down, so it's a high. Knocked down by Hull. Puck's loose. Held in by Mackenzie Rosen. Rosen gets it down to Bauer. Bauer takes a shot. Saved by Burnt. Back behind the net. That's Harmon clearing it out. It's going to come all the way down the ice. It's on net. Play over into the corner. Picked up by Goss. Coming up along the near boards. Back to Bauer. Up to neutral ice. Back down into the zone. And now it's the Stars trying to get it out of their defensive zone. Cross ice pass up, comes in to the zone, and we have an icing call.
Shut it down. You just got this up.
Faceoff's going to come back into the Fox City zone. So Cougars not able to convert on that power play. But yet we're able to get the puck to the net a couple times. Fox Cities now clears it out to get it back into the offensive zone. Back in behind the net. Quickly getting over there for Cap City was number 7. Benuelos, that's her name, that's right. That's the one Dal was telling me maybe a little bit tough to pronounce. Go back over into the Fox City zone. Cougars just need to get on the board. They get on the board, they'll feel a little bit better about themselves. Dug a 2-0 hole deep in this game, but this game has settled down a little bit. They dump it right back in. That one's blockered away. And Fox Cities regroups. Here they come up the ice. Get the entry into the zone. Quickly, Cougar defense gets there. Try to clear it out. They try to chip it up the boards. That was Amanda Bauer, 77, trying to chip it out. Now it comes back, and Bauer picks it up again. She's going to dump it all the way over into the far corner. Cougars try to hold it in. Yeager was down there. She tried to keep it in. It's going to go all the way down. And we're going to have icing. It's going to come back up into the Fox Cities, come back in the Fox City zone.
And Dell, I was just thinking about, when you talk about Goss grabbing the back of her leg, you know, she got tied up back here, but also that big hit she took earlier in the game near the end of the first period.
Yeah, but as she got up, she was able to skate it back down the ice, and she's looking good. I think maybe she just was trying to get something off of her skate or something there. So we're back in, and Bucks down in the offensive zone. They're back to neutral ice.
Cougars able to dump it back in. Delayed offside.
They regroup defensively with Goss. Try to play it out. Goss digs it out along the boards. Played back in, intercepted. Fox City's able to dump it back. And now flipped up into the crowd there by Bauer. And somebody in the band gets a souvenir. .13:38 left here in the second, 2-0 Fox Cities. Shots 9-3 favoring Fox Cities. As the puck comes back into the offensive zone for Fox Cities, the Stars, one of the top teams all season long, comes back in and picked up. Cougars patiently trying to read it. It's intercepted. Held in the offensive zone by Fox Cities. Stars able to hold on to it. Played back in deep. Far side. Tried to get it chipped out. Try it again. This time it gets out. It's going to go all the way down. This may be icing on the Cougars, and it will be. Bring the face-off way back into the Fox Cities, the Cougars zone.
That was Griffiths trying to clear it out both times. And, you know, that's the one thing they're doing a little better clearing it out, but it turns into icing. The first part of this period so far, we've been able to see the Cougars actually keep it in their offensive zone for a little bit, which helps make a difference.
Cougars now in the defensive zone trying to dig it out. Held in near side, held in at the point. Played back in deep. Goss has it go between her skates. Now gets it to her stick. Gets it reversed. Comes back to Mary Goss. Goss spins around, able to get away. And starts to bring it up ice. Looks for an outlet pass. Played up ahead. Now they muck it up along the boards. Defense for Cap City gets it back. And they go ahead and dump it in. Back in behind the Fox Cities net. Quickly, Stars get down there. And chopped at there at the Fox Cities blue line, and we got a penalty coming up. And it's going to be on Fox Cities. It's going to be on 22. Riley Malik. 2-minute penalty for hooking. And Cap City Cougars will get a power play opportunity again.
The Fox City Stars penalty to number 22.
12:07 left here in the second.
2-minute minor for hooking.
Stars win the face-off, and they come back the other way. Here's Jablonski trying to get through traffic. Goss does a nice job of able to slow her down. Cougars come back. Here they come quickly up ice with the puck. That's Mackenzie Rosen, number 26. She's rubbed out along the boards off the puck. Still being held in. Shot attempt there, gets knocked down. As the Cougars got a shot there, that was Olivia Thompson, number 9. Thompson able to get it back. Cougars patiently trying to get that one to the net. That one may have got all the way through. Stop was made, comes back out to the blue line. Goss now with it. She plays it back down low. Goss gives it off, was headed back into farther down. They score! Cougars on the board on a power play goal, and it's now a 2-1 game.
Tipped in by number 9, I do believe. Olivia Thompson tipped that one in front of the net.
So the Cougars, after the first couple minutes of this game about being run off the ice, have said, not so fast, my friend. They are on the board. 2-1 game now. And the goal is going to be under review. We don't have a we don't have a replay here, but 11:16 left in the second. The Cougars have just scored what we're thinking is their first goal of the game. If it stands up, it's a 2-1 game. If not, there's still power play time left.
Are they looking to see if the stick was too high?
I'm not sure what they're looking for.
I mean, this stick was below the crossbar.
As the Jeopardy music turn goes on.
Local official is sitting up here what her thoughts are on that.
Now, what are they looking for down there? She has no idea. She's just a lines person. Now they're discussing. Now, wait a minute. Now they're going to bring a second referee in. This must be closer than what they think.
Well, you know, I think they're looking at the replay up at Eagle River at the Wisconsin Hockey Hall of Fame and checking it out.
When all they had to do is send it up to Wisconsin Prep Hockey, would have gave them an answer immediately. Burglar, the definitive one, would have said yes or no immediately.
So, MJ, well, we got a little bit of a break here. Tell us about the dome.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Tell us about the dome since we have a little bit of a break.
Oh, last year I got to go up to the dome.
Check out the Hall of Fame?
I sure did. And we have a verdict. It is a goal. What is it they were looking for? What is it they call the NFL?
Scored by number 9, Olivia Thompson. Assisted by number 26, Mackenzie Rosine. And number 20, Mary Goss.
Quickly into the zone shot. Yeager makes a save there.
Power play goal, number 9, Thompson.
Thompson with the goal.
26, Rosine.
Rosine with the assist.
20, Goss.
And Mary Goss gets an assist.
Goal by
Thompson.
Thompson, a defenseman, assisted by a defenseman, and assisted by a defenseman.
3 defensemen on the ice. And here go the Cougars back the other way, getting a little bit of momentum. And Fox Cities now get it back to the blue line. They got to touch up. They do. It goes back in to the Cougar zone. Cougars able to handle it. Try to play it up the wall. Now trying to get a lead pass up ahead. Here they come back the other way with it. It was Sanderfoot with it going over into the corner. 35. Dumped in deep. And dumped in so far deep that it's out of play. Clock stop, 10:24 left here in the second. 2-1 game. Fox Cities with the lead. Shots 10-4 Fox Cities. Cougars have just scored on a power play. And face-offs outside the Fox City blue line. Dump back out. Cougars will pick it up, play it cross ice, chipped away there. Fox Cities wants to be able to get it in open ice and get some space, but Jablonski with it there. Nice job by Gossett taking off her stick. Picked up now. Cougars try to hit the quick breakout pass. That doesn't get out of the zone. Fox City's top line out there right now. And the puck does cross off sides. Fox Cities has to retouch, and here they come again. Goss looks over her options. Quick breakout pass. They get it coming back the other way on a nice play. Here comes Yeager.
Yeager gets over the line, takes a slash shot there, goes above the glove of the goalie and over the crossbar. And played back out center ice. Cap City back in the defensive zone. As Fox Cities has brought it in quickly, the Stars looking to get their 2-goal lead back, now up only 2-1. Try to dig it out. That seeps out of the zone. Play cross ice. And it goes back into the offensive zone. Cougars can't get there quick enough. Now able to take it away. Played cross ice, and it's going to go back into the Fox City zone. Chipped up the boards. Fox Cities takes it away. They dump it back in. Defensively, though, the Cougars are there and hit a quick breakout pass. Chipped into the offensive zone for the Cougars. Now the chase is on. Try to center there. That one goes off a stick. Nothing doing. Cougars try to hold it in the zone. Can't. And Fox Cities will clear it out. Here they come in quickly over the line. Shot attempt there. Yeager makes a nice stop there. Battle going on in the corner there. Mackenzie Rosen, 26, is over there. Rosen was tied up there with one of the Stars. Now it goes into a different scrum. And now the Cougars pick it up and look to come back the other way. Going to dump it into the offensive zone. And going to change back behind the play. Quickly, Fox Cities plays it up ahead. Played back out of the zone by the Cougars. Fox Cities resets. Here's Jablonski over the line. Jablonski through one defender. Jablonski to the nets. Oh, that one may have went off the stick of Yeager. We're talking near the knob of the stick on that one. Because she blew by that one defender. Quick step there. There's Goss and Jablonski collide. Now dumped right back in. This one comes in on, oh, that one just goes wide. That one took a bounce. That soccer kick, absolutely. Now the Stars pick it up. Try to clear it out, still being held in. Goss was way down near the top of the circle. There was only one defender back for Cap City there. Cougars able to keep it in the offensive zone. Still out along the boards, though. Not able to generate any offense. Shots 11-5. Fox Cities with the shot advantage and the 2-1 lead. This one's going to go all the way down for icing, and we'll get a whistle, and we'll get a face-off back in the Fox City zone.
One of the things that we noticed on the play coming out here, you got Fox Cities is skating through the puck, and Cap Cities has a tendency to let up on the skating and gliding into it, and that's letting Fox City beat them to the puck.
WIAA online apparel store is available on the website at WIAAWI.
6:43 left here in the second.
Click on the store image
2-1 game.
WIAA homepage and check out the various apparel options available with the license.
Central Wisconsin Storm up next after this one. I'm sorry, what's that? It's the Hudson Raiders. Hudson brought both boys and girls teams down here this year. Boys last night's run for a third straight title was derailed by Nina Hortonville Menasha. The girls get their chance today. Face-off still being held in by the Cougars. Go over into the corner. Played back out near the slot. Oh, had a chance there. Puck took a bounce. Couldn't get it settled down. Sent back in. Cougars able to keep the offensive zone pressure on. This one clears out of the zone. They reset. Cougars will dump it right back in. Go over into the corner. Try to dig it out. That's Yeager over there. And this one's going to come out of the offensive zone. Fox City's going to go ahead and retouch. The correction, that's the Cougars. They're going to go for a change. Fox Cities will pick it up and come back out the other way. Stuffed at the blue line. Now able to get it back. Here they come over the line. Shot attempt there that gets knocked down. Puck, nobody can find it. They finally blow the whistle. And I think it's in the back. Did they find the puck?
No. Lost the puck. Did it come up? It went up and over the glass.
Okay.
It's laying out here on the concrete.
I'd say Mackenzie Rosen was digging around for it like she had it, but not the case. Cougars hold it in. Stars hold it in from the circle. Little give and go. Centering pass. Oh, that didn't go, but set up nicely there. As that was Annika Horman. Try to center out again. Play back out to the point. Held in. Far circle. Shot attempt there. They score. That's 17, Morgan Trimmy. Yep, from the face-off dots, we're getting another look at it. Boy, I'll tell you what, there's not much Yeager could have done for that one. That was just a great shot. So now 3-1 lead for the Stars.
Scoring the Fox City goal, number 17, Morgan Tremmel. Assisted by number 8, Tori Nelson.
Nelson with her third assist of the game.
11:43. Number 7.
Try to get a shot in. Oh, Cougars come right back and almost score.
At 11:43.
Scramble for the puck there, but a save is made.
Nelson's making a bid for that all-tournament team.
Yes, she is. Face-off is in the Fox City zone. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second. Play back out. Fox City's into the offensive zone quickly. Try to center there. Puck's picked up. Cougars trying to just get it out of the zone at this point. Able to chip it back to the blue line. Now the Cougars hold it in. Cougars slow on a change as they had one skater in with the puck, but nobody with her. Able to get it to the slot, try to get it to the circle, try to chip at it, won't go. They scramble on for it, back over into the corner again. Backhander held in the zone. Cougars winning races to the pucks here, but not able to get anything on net. Comes back out. Backhanded in deep to the zone again. Glove down. Try to center there. Won't go. That one's chipped at. And it's going to be cleared out. Got a penalty coming up on Fox Cities, I believe. Well, it's going to be a penalty. It's going to be on Cap City's Bauer for tripping. And Dell, at first I wasn't sure.
Cap City penalty to number 7.
Dell, I wasn't sure at first who it was called on, but it's going to be a tripping penalty. It's Benuelos who goes to the box.
Actually, it's Amanda Bauer that goes to the box. Oh, no, it is Benuelos. It looked like it was going to be Bauer. She was frustrated with the call. It is Bauer, and she's going to the box for tripping. She was not happy with that call.
She was not happy with the call, but for Fox Cities, this is their first power play of the game.
First power play, and it's pretty interesting to see how they do it.
And the 3:45 left here in the second. They're getting their first power play. Look, that play's intercepted. Look out here. Can come back the other way. Cap City. Oh, 2-on-1 disrupted there. And here comes Fox Cities back the other way.
Played a little bit too far. Goss tries to clear it up the boards, gets tied up there. A nice play there. Jablonski centers. Can't handle the pass there. Now picked up. Held in. That one's played right back behind the net. Comes back out far corner. Back to the circle. Shot attempt there. Look for a tip in front. That doesn't go. Here's another shot. That one knocked down in the crease. Won't go. And it doesn't get out of the zone. Still being held in by Fox Cities. Just about the halfway point of the power play. Shot attempt there. I believe that one got all the way through.
Nice knockdown by Yeager.
Goss tries to clear it out. It was held in. Now it's cleared all the way down. And both teams will go for changes. Sanderfoot down there putting pressure on. And now it's picked up. Here come the Stars quickly up ice. A 3-1 lead they have, trying to add to it. But the Cougars clear it once again. 25 seconds left on the power play. Just over 2 minutes left in the second. They come in over the line. Here's Fox Cities with a shot. Save made there. Rebound comes way out. And the Cougars look to come back with it. Going way back out there at center ice. That's Griffiths with it. And she gets it taken off her stick. Still, the Cougars clear it out, and it goes up and out of play. The power play is over, and now both teams are at full strength.
She tried to dump that puck. Well, right when she tried to dump the puck is when they opened the door to let him out of the penalty box, and so the puck goes into the sin bin.
So now the puck is in there for 2 minutes to think about what it did.
Both teams at full strength.
Both teams are at full strength now. Face off outside. The Cougar blue line. Cougars down 3-1 to the Fox City Stars. Stars able to pick it up. They play it rink wide. Cougars clear it out. Much better period here for Cap City. In the second, but still down by 2. Fox Cities tries to get it back in the zone. It's cleared right back out. Now it comes back out to center ice. Put it in at the point. Try to take it out. We got a penalty coming up. This one's going to be on Fox Cities. I believe you're right, Del. It's going to be a high sticking call. Got it right in the head. Yeah. Courtney Coster, number 15. It's going to go to the box.
The Fox City penalty to number 15, Courtney Coster. 2-minute minor for high sticking. Time of the penalty.
So Coster goes in for high sticking. So Cougars power play opportunity here late in the period. Another one, if they don't score here, it'll carry into the third.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
And Goss will come back and pick it up. Crosses with Yeager. They don't clear this one out. Look out in front. Almost turned it over to Jablonski in front of their own net. Jablonski digs it out. Centers it across. Through one. Yeah, can't get through the second one. Here come the Cougars back the other way. Quickly they get up ice. And we got a penalty coming up from behind. I think we're going to have an interference. No, it's going to be a tripping. I'm not sure.
They're going to take Amanda Bauer.
You take Bauer? As we watch the replay on it. Yeah.
Cap City penalty to number 77, Amanda Bauer. 2-minute minor for tripping.
Tripping penalty on Bauer. That negates the power play. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for minute 15. So face off here in the Cougar zone. They tried to little stretch pass, but that was being held in now. Shot there. Yeager made a nice sliding save there.
That's Tori Nelson putting the pressure on that shot.
Tori Nelson, okay, number 8. Who already has a playmaker in this game, 3 assists. She's played well. Digs it out again. They try to center, try to get this one to the net. Won't go, taken away. Now the Cougars just going to be content to run out the clock. And second period going to the second intermission, down 3-1.
We see Tori Nelson has got 3 assists on 3 goals. The one thing that they took advantage of is Cougars came back, made it a 2-1 game, but Stars come back and boost that lead back up to 2 at the end of 2 periods.
So through 2 periods, it's Fox City's 3, Cap City 1. Back for the third period shortly here on Wisconsin Prep Hockey.
Welcome back to our state tournament edition of This Week in Wisconsin Prep Hockey. Our Thursday quarterfinal games are over, and we've got a Final Four of the boys' side, and we'll get into girls' action tomorrow. That starts at 10 on Friday morning. But we're going to review tonight what happened all in the boys' action today. Earlier today was University School holding off on Alaska 4-3 today, and guys, I don't know if you want to say this one was closer than what we thought it would be, but Alaska played pretty doggone well for a team that got beat a couple weeks ago 6-1 by them.
Yeah, not only beat 6-1, but they got outplayed tremendously in that game. And today, University School did the little things better. Battles against the boards they won. They made a lot fewer intercepted passes, but there was no real talent gap between the two teams in terms of skating, stick handling, that kind of stuff. University School just won the little battles, and that ended up getting them the game.
Yeah, I think that really when you watch the game, it didn't look like a number 1 seed playing against a number 8 seed. It was pretty even. The score was even, 4-3. Shots were even, 25-24. Alaska didn't look like they were out of their element at all, and I think they got every right to be proud. They battled one of the top teams against the state, and right down to basically the last second had a chance to tie the game. So they played very well, and like Junior said, USM was just a little bit better.
Well, I mean, you look at the game and getting to talk to the 2 coaches afterwards. They both, Coach Woods was the first one that came out, and as I walked up to him, said to me, he says, they were not an 8 seed that we played. They're an exceptional team, and they have great coaching. And, he posted that when he shared the article and everything. There's a lot of respect between the 2 teams, regardless of what the score was in the final game of the season. And the players from Onalaska basically wore that number 8 seed as a badge of honor, and went out there wanting to prove that they belong down here and were deserving of the respect, and they showed that on the ice today.
Yeah, none of us felt like Onalaska should have been the number 8 seed to begin with. According to everything that everything that we chart, our top 10s, our computer rankings, I mean, they should have been right around the middle, 4 or 5, no worse than that. And they played well. They just made some mistakes today. A lot of passes right into University School skaters. When they had opportunities to go around them. One of the goals they gave up was they were on the power play, and the defenseman stepped out from behind the net and tried making a long pass. Well, there was a University School guy right in front of him who put his stick out there, blocked the puck, ended up knocking it into the net. Just there, too many unforced errors. Let's call it that.
And I think Coach Thorne of the girls Onalaska Hilltoppers actually pointed that out, and he said USM did a excellent job at forcing Onalaska into errors that they don't usually make. And that's the difference in a lot of these games.
That's also the kind of thing that you get from playing a harder schedule. Well, we pointed out during the preview some of the tougher games Onalaska played. They played University School. They played Eau Claire North. But unfortunately, a lot of their schedule is in a section that's not that tough. And when you're not playing those teams consistently, you can get away with those mistakes all season long. So when you do play a team like that, you're not conditioned not to make those mistakes.
The one thing, about they have to play a certain amount of games in that area because of the conference they are in.
Plus, they
But
can't
they
spend
do
the entire
travel
school
and they
budget.
do play games in different areas of the state. Coach Ahern pointed out they go up north and play games. They go to the west and play games. They go down to the south and play games. They had one game where a team called them up after their schedule had already been fixed and set, and offering them a tougher game. But he'd already made commitments to these other games, and you can't, go and drop that and put that problem on somebody else. The one thing that I think it's missed at times is you have coaches that want to play tougher schedules, but these teams say, well, no, you haven't proven yourself to play them. Well, where do they get the chance to prove that they can play them if those coaches don't give them the chance?
Well, and a lot of times you have to make those commitments sometimes a couple of years in advance. And some of the teams that were travel teams on Onalaska's schedule this year that have been good in the recent past weren't that good this year. I believe they played Fond du Lac Springs, which has been a very strong program in recent past. They weren't that good this year. So that game didn't give them that kind of boost that they could have gotten.
You guys think at all, any time in this game, that U School maybe took Onalaska a little lightly? Anybody feel that?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I
don't think anybody does that down here.
No, they saw that they were competing pretty closely. It wasn't like USM was up here and Onalaska was here. They were pretty even for most of the game. Like we've all said, the little mistakes, and we know why that happens. But I think USM said, hey, we're in a battle here. We got to beat these guys, and then let's move on. But, they had to take care of business, and they did. They got a one-goal win.
Well, let's move on to the game number 2, Verona and Eau Claire North. Verona gets a 5-1 win. Were you guys surprised at the gap of victory in this game?
Not entirely. Someone pointed it out on the Facebook comments, which are a terrible thing to read. On the last top 10 we posted for the season, because Eau Claire North was still in the top 10, they had a terrible final week of the season. They got beaten badly by 3 teams. They were all good teams, but they got beaten badly 3 games at the end of the season. And I think that comes from Eau Claire North is a good team with 2 really great players. And it's hard to be a good team in Madison. You have to be a great team. And Verona's defense didn't give those 2 players room to do much, and the rest of the team they didn't have it. They don't have. They're not. That's not a deep team. They're
no. The
and
supporting
we see it a lot in Wisconsin. A one-line team down at State. They were a one-line team, and Verona's D was really stingy today. And not even their D. The second period, I don't know. Did Eau Claire touch the puck? Verona had possession of the puck for like 16 minutes out of the 17 minutes in the second period.
How did Verona do on penalties today? What did they end up with?
They took 3 in the first period, 1 in the second, and 3 more in the third.
Because aren't they normally a kind of a higher penalized team? They play very aggressively, and they get busted for it, and sometimes that'll cost you. Today it really didn't.
It depends on the situation, though.
Today it really didn't.
If they're playing from behind, that's where they can get into trouble.
Yeah.
That's where that can come out with. But Joel Marshall seems to have a pretty good handle on that, and they seem to have kept themselves out of trouble.
7 penalties, that's maybe a little more than average, but like you said, they're playing ahead, so it didn't hurt them as much,
I mean, it was 2-1 in the first period on the scoreboard for Verona, 1-0 in the third period on the scoreboard for Verona. It was that second period, 2-0 on the scoreboard in their favor, and they outshot them 24-5. The second period just did Eau Claire North in. That was a dominant period of hockey from Verona.
You saw two good forwards today get pretty shut down by a Verona team. Those two forwards, when you watch them the first period, you got to see really how good they are. And, they didn't get to touch the puck a whole lot with time and space in this game. Mm-hmm. I mean, there wasn't much there.
Well, I wonder if sometimes Verona's defense doesn't get overlooked, even though everybody knows Jake Osiki. He's a really good player. Cade Binger is another. I think he's another defenseman.
They've got depth.
So they stepped up and did what they needed to do. Everybody knows about Kurluk. Everybody knows about Hasig, Rufinak, those guys like that. Leo Renlund. I mean, they definitely have scoring punch. But today, the defense and Caden Grant just shut it down for Eau Claire North.
I think one of the things that you need to look at when you look at Verona is their penalty kill. They in their sectional final, I believe, converted 2 shorthanded goals. And did they have 1 or 2 today?
They had 2 shorthanded goals today. Kurluk had both.
That's where.
So they were plus on their penalty killing.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're a team that's very aggressive even when they're on that penalty kill, and are able to convert that into.
Is it high risk, high reward though? I mean, you think about it. Eau Claire North had a 5-minute major in the first period, 5-minute power play, and what did they get out of it? They got a 1-0 lead, and then they came back and got tied. It broke even. Mm-hmm. And in a situation with 5 minutes on the board, where they're on the power play, you can put 2-3 on the board. Maybe you got a different Verona team, but Verona being good on the penalty kill and also being a threat offensively on the penalty kill, paid big dividends for the Wildcats.
Right. So those forwards will come out and challenge at the point and take chances. And maybe they get cooked on it, maybe they don't. And today we saw that they were very successful and scored the shorties.
Okay, let's move on to.
Now we get Verona versus University School tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll do a little preview.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, University School in Verona tomorrow. Let me ask you guys this. Of those two teams, which one impressed you the most today?
Today, I would have to say Verona impressed me more than University School did. But University School
played a much tougher opponent.
Well, I don't know that they played a much tougher opponent. I mean, Onalaska and Eau Claire North played to a 6-5 overtime game earlier in the season. I think they're differently aligned opponents. I think Onalaska is a deeper team that doesn't have quite the ceiling that Eau Claire North does, but they're a deeper team. But University School's been in the top 3 all season long, so it's harder for them to impress at this point. Whereas Verona, they've bounced around the top 10. They've been overrated at points. They've probably been underrated at points.
They've never left the top 10 all season.
But that second period was probably the strongest individual period we've seen out of anybody today. That was pure domination, and it wasn't like. Yeah, it was pure domination that second period. Even Wausau West put 54 shots on Garrett Larson today in their game. They didn't control the puck the way Verona did in that second period. So I was very impressed with Verona.
Well, I think University School has room to improve. I don't know if Verona does. Verona got ahead in the game, and although they played kind of hard, 5-1, it's kind of a cruise control game. USM had to work their butts off in a 4-3 victory. And I think from what we heard from Jason Woods is, we're lucky, or not lucky, but we're happy for the win, but we got to come back tomorrow and play. I think U School is going to be a different team tomorrow.
Both teams coming back out on the ice as it's a 3-1 lead for Fox Cities. Cap City, though, does have some power play time. Fox City scored 2 in the first period. Cap City came back and got a power play goal early in the second, but late in the second, it was Fox City's scoring to make it a 3-1 game. See what Cap City's has going here as they're going to go to the third period here. Started out on a power play with 17 minutes to go here in the third. Now, correction, it's 4-on-4 for a little bit here, correct? Okay. 54 seconds. And then it's going to be around 45 seconds of a power play for Cap City. Now they got the numbers up on the board, right? And we're ready to go. Off the face-off, controlled by Fox Cities, and they immediately send it in deep. And it's immediately an icing. Face-off's going to come back in the Fox City zone. Zephyr and Yeager in on the face-off, along with Lauren Hall. Now Hall gets kicked out. Jablonski takes her spot. Puck held in. Now going to come back the other way. Hall will pick it up with Jablonski stretching out, trying to hold the offside, but too late. Now they send this one in. Shot attempt there, and a save made there by Burnt. Back in behind the net. Cougars try to force a turnover, but Fox Cities dumps it. Cougars throw it right back in the zone. Here's Zilich up the boards. Correction, that's 21. Sarah Marvin comes back out to the point.
Fox City Stars at full
now
strength.
Fox Cities is at full strength. It's Cap Cities who's down on the penalty kill at this moment. And we come back the other way. Shot attempt there. That one's gloved there on a nice play by Yeager. Jenna Yeager, been in and out of the lineup this year, been sick, broken clavicle. It's been a tough year for her, but getting a chance here in the state semis. Great story, but her team's got a lot of work to do. They're down 3-1 and trying to hold off Cap City here as Cap City had some pressure in the offensive zone. It's sent all the way down. No icing. As both the referee and the linesman both looked at each other. Now both teams are at full strength. Held in now by the Stars. Shot attempt there, and that's gloved there by Jenna Yeager. We got to get. Well, Dell says we got a penalty coming up. Going to be a high stick. Doesn't bode well for Cap Cities. Cap Cities then. There's a penalty to kill off. Being down by 2, 15:09 left here in the third.
Olivia Thompson, 2-minute minor for interference. Time of the penalty, 1:51.
Olivia Thompson, the lone goal scorer for Cap City.
Number 9, Thompson for interference at 1:51.
Still held in by Fox Cities. Now they'll change spots at the top, slide it across. Now hold it back out on the perimeter. Here's a shot going through, looking for a deflection. That don't go. But Fox Cities can't hold it in the zone, and it's cleared out. Played ahead. Here's Jablonski. Gets around one defender. Jablonski to the net. Shot there taken. Net's blockered away and up and out of play. Maddie Jablonski, only a junior, 5'9" and 57 points on the season. Face off in the Cap City zone. Shot attempt there. Yeager pushes that one aside easily. Fox City still holds it in. Play back down behind the net. Stars able to get there first. Cougars try to clear it out. Puck slowly trickles. Don't get out. Being held in there by Fox Cities. There's a shot attempt. Yeager able to push that one aside. Out top. That one goes wide. And it's cleared out. Quickly, Stars get back and pick it up. Stretch pass way ahead. Here they come quickly into the offensive zone. Trying to get a shot there. Yeager with a nice save. Goes over into the corner and it's cleared out. Got time left on the power play. A few seconds. Looks like the Cougars may have this one killed off. Try to center there.
Full strength.
Both teams are at full strength, and this puck comes out of the zone. 13 left in the game. It's a 3-1 Fox Cities lead. They have the puck in their own zone. Wind up quickly there. Tried to catch Jablonski with a pass. Cougars dump it in. They want to go for a change. Fresh bodies out on the ice for them. Here comes Fox Cities back the other way with it. Comes back out of the zone, though. They got to go and touch up as they're off sides. Tipped away. Now here comes Cap City back the other way. Try to get in over the line. They get the entry, but they're offside. 12:22 left here in the third. 3-1 Stars lead. Faceoff's going to come outside the Fox City blue line. Try to dig it out. It's come back into the Fox City zone. Cougars battling along the boards, down by 2. Need to get something going. Time is still got plenty of that, but still you want to get something going. Here's a shot attempt there by Goss. Never got there. Shots 23-11 favoring Fox Cities. Dug at by the Stars. They're able to pick it up and they get it out of the zone. Dump back into the offensive zone. This one comes in on Yeager. She's got to cover it quick as she bobbled it. And we'll get a stoppage of play. Shots now 24-11.
Photography is the official photographer of the WIAA State Tournament Finals. Capture the
Hudson
experience for years
and
to come.
Central Wisconsin Storm will be coming up next
An award ceremony
for games.
Visit the
Our broadcast will continue.
website at VIPIS.com.
Our broadcast will continue with the boys' games.
The website address is also provided in their ad in the program. Again, that website is VIPIS.com.
So they're about ready to drop the puck here on this one. As they do the commercial breaks as needed. Face off. It's in the Cougar zone. Cougars able to win the draw. Try to clear it out. Taken away though. Stuck deep in their own zone. Now Cap City picks it up. Brings out in front of their own net. Look out there. It was tipped away. Fox Cities takes over. Trying to hold it in. Slap pass doesn't go. Cougars knock it down. Here they come back the other way. Quickly coming up ice. Shot there. That one save made there. Rebound comes back out. Nothing there. Cougars trying to put some pressure on. Comes out in front. Shot attempt here. Blocked. Try to get it over into the corner. Cougars got Yeager down low. She tries to center out front. Taken away there. And they dump it out, and it's going to go all the way down. Cap City's going to get an offensive zone faceoff with 10:50 left here in the third. Hey, hang on a second here. And face-off in the offensive zone for Cap City. Go ahead, Del.
To your point, one thing that you see Cap City doing on that shift was putting more shots on net, trying to get some rebounds to get the goals in.
Face-off picked up by Jablonski. Here comes Maddie up the right side. Gets it into the offensive zone, brings it towards the slot, and it's taken away and tapped out of the zone. Quickly, Fox Cities will regroup. Pass is cut off. Cougars trying to find it. Trying to get more offensive zone time. Mary Goss battling there for Cap City. Fox City's able to hold the puck in the zone. Now they go battling into the corner. Try to toss it quickly out of the zone. Nice job there by Fox Cities to hold it in. Holman able to pick it up. She comes out towards the slot. Shot attempt there through traffic. Made it through, but goes wide. There was bodies in front. Still battling for it into the corner. Cougars able to pick it up. And they try to get it out of the zone. Fox Cities with a very aggressive forecheck. And it's intercepted, taken away. Got a penalty coming up, though, on Cap City. It's going to be a hooking call. Yeager with a nice save, but it's not going to be for naught. As Fox Cities is going to go back on the power play. As we look here on the replay. Oh, yeah, he couldn't. Had to call that one. That was pretty blatant. Maria Griffiths with the penalty for hooking. 9:29 left here in the third. Shots 25-12, favoring the Fox City Stars. This puck comes out of the zone. To be picked up by Fox Cities. They get the entry into the zone. Didn't get the entry they wanted. They wanted to get it with speed, but had to hold up along the sides as the center was coming through. Shot attempt there, doesn't get there. Cougars looking for some form of a break in any kind, but Fox City's still quick to the puck. They hold it in. Shot, save made there. Puck comes trickling out. Nobody can get there for Fox Cities. Puck comes back out in front. Cougars try to clear it out. Nice job down there by Fox Cities. They hold it in. Still power play time for them. That puck just whistles wide at Yeager as she watches it go back behind her net. And now it's cleared out. Entry back into the zone for Fox Cities. Come back in. Centering pass. That's Hall there. Hall dishes it off quickly to the circle. Shot attempt there. Yeager got a blocker on that one. Keeps an eye on it. And comes over to the corner. Still being held in by Fox Cities. Tried to play that one down low. And this one's cleared out all the way down. 8:05 left here in the third. Fox Cities will pick it up. Come back the other way. It's going to be icing, though, on Fox Cities. Jablonski tried to move the puck across quick, but put it too far ahead of the play. And a face-off coming back into the Fox City zone. If you're the Cougars, you want to win this draw and just get something to the net.
Well, it's actually getting to the point of the game where Cougars are going to have to start taking
They're like that. Like that. You're right, Del. They're going to have to start taking some chances, but like that on that face-off, that one just went wide. Cougars try to catch up with it. Now it's dumped all the way back into the zone. Fox Cities will pick it up, and here they come back the other way with 5 seconds left here on the power play. Get the entry quick into the zone. That puck's knocked away. Stars get it back. Hold it back out on the perimeter. That one comes across. That's tapped away by Jenna Yeager. They didn't get on net, just slapped it away from her net. Shot attempt there. Ooh, just misses there. That one may have hit the crossbar. They scramble for it. Comes out of the zone. Cougars, though, can't get anything going back the other way. The Stars have got it all held up along the boards. Try to dig it out there with a pass. Cougars try to get some time in space. Now just tapped away at center ice. Stars changing behind the play. Cougars bring it back behind their own net. Want to get a control breakout. Played up ahead. This one's going back into the Fox City zone. Icing's waved off. Back here, Morgan Tremmel to pick it up. Gets it started the other way, and this is going to be icing. And the icings at this point in the game are going to be very critical, Del. 6:18 left here in the third. 3-1 lead for the Fox City Stars, but offensive zone faceoff for the Cougars.
Yeah, the faceoffs down here in the offensive zone for the Cougars is where they're going to have to take advantage and be putting that shot on net like you saw the last time.
We'll see if the Cougars make some adjustments here. And 6:18 left here in the third. 26-12 is the shots in favoring the Fox City Stars. And it's both teams waiting here for the timeout on the ice to finish. Jenna Yeager, boy, she had to really weather a few things there in that last sequence there for Fox Cities, but she's really played well today. All things considered, the layoff that she's had. Puck picked up to come back the other way with Horman. Brings it over. Circles around the net. It's back to the circle. It's cleared out. And quickly going back down there is Tremmel. She is quick. Cleared back out to center ice. Try to dig it out along the boards. Tremmel thought she had it. She didn't. And Fox Cities will take it away and come back the other way. Get in over the line. Taken away there. And the Cougars will come back, try to dump it in. Zephyrin Yeager gets taken off the puck. Fox Cities comes back, 5:23 left here in the third. Shot goes wide. Try to dig it out over there. It's still in the offensive zone for the Stars. Stars holding it in deep. Now it comes back out. But once again, Stars first to the puck. It's hard to combat that speed. And now we got a whistle. We got a hand pass in a stoppage of play. 4:55 left here in the third. And Del, as I was saying, it's hard to combat speed if you don't have it, and they just don't match up speed-wise.
Well, it's what we saw this period again is back to a repeat of the first, where they can't get it out of their defensive zone. And, the Fox Cities is just using that speed to keep the pressure down there.
Stars get it out. Gets taken away at the red line. But quickly it's taken away. And Fox Cities will clear it out. 4:40 left here in the third. Puck knocked away. Cougars will pick it up back behind their own net. Fox Cities, though, able to keep pressure on them. And like you said, Del, first period looks just like it. They just keep the pressure on and they can't get the puck broke out of the zone. We got a penalty coming up.
And it is going to be on Fox Cities. It's going to be a body check call. And Cap City Cougars, at 4:07 left in the third, are going to get a power play. And Dell, I think it's fair to say on this one, on this power play, it almost comes that they got to have one here.
I agree. They really need this power play and convert on it to get back to within one within the last 2 minutes of the game.
Not a good start to it is they got to go back and pick it up. Trying to get some space there. There's Zephyrin Yeager. She gets over the line. She gets hit into the boards. No body check call there on that. She gets back up, though. Now Jablonski gets hit. There's a shot attempt there. That one get out of net and a stop made. And both fan bases not very happy. I think it was one of those things where you hit our player, all right, we're going to hit yours. As both sides were looking for body check calls and nothing came. Face off, Tremmel in, tried to keep it away from Zephyrin Yeager, who tries to play it out. Goes back out to the point. Try to center it around. Nice play there by Tremmel. Swipes it away, it bounces it off the end boards and able to pick it up for herself. Now 2-on-2, trying to muck it up here in the corner. You look here, the puck's taken away, and it's dumped back in deep on a nice play as they had two Stars players heading out of the zone. Zephyrin Yeager couldn't get to the puck. Now the Stars take it away, and they dump it all the way down. We got time left on the power play. 2:45 left here in the third. Stars lead by 2 at 3-1, looking to get to the championship game. Quickly into the offensive zone. Here come the Cougars. Another one goes down. No call. Held in. It's getting critical. Now you just got to get pucks on net. Cougars tossing it around. And there comes a point where you just got to shoot it. Lauren Hall goes down as she clears it, though. Played back out. Hall able to play it right back into the Cougar zone. 4 seconds left on the penalty. And Cap City is not going to convert.
Full strength. Both teams at
2:05 left here in the third. Shot attempt there goes wide. As the Cougars were able to get into the offensive zone. Extra attacker on the ice now. The goalie is off, so they have that extra skater now. Now we got a whistle. What do we got? Was it a substitution? Was it a substitution?
Nearly 800 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for
It must have been a substitution, illegal substitution. So when they pulled the goalie, the person got on the ice too soon and brings a face-off back in their own zone.
By Marshfield Clinic. Applicants will be in the running for the 32 state
Beats me.
Athlete Award.
1:52 left in the third. Timeout's been called.
Materials are available exclusively online through the WIAA website.
Face-off is going to be back in the Cougar zone.
Is March 8th.
Watching here, Jeff Thornton quickly grabs the erase board and gets in there with his team. Jeff Fox doing the same thing. Jeff's got his dry erase board and explaining what he wants his team to do. So we're still trying to figure out what. It wasn't icing.
If the other player comes out before the goalie's within 10 feet. On the bench now?
Yes.
Oh, it used to be 10 feet.
We're still trying. It wasn't an icing.
So you say it should be a center ice, and that's what they're calling.
If that's what they're calling it. The goalie was on the bench well before they let it out, unless they called.
Shots 29-13 favoring
I don't know what. I really
the Stars.
can't figure out what happened.
as they put 2 on the board in the first, 1 in the second, and been held scoreless here in the third. Cap City got one early in the second from Olivia Thompson on the power play, and that's been it.
Timeout was charged to Cap City Cougars.
All right. Both teams head out to the face-off circle. Left circle face-off. And we're about ready to go here. Puck's been dropped, and we're underway here after the timeout. Puck's poked quickly out of the zone. Quickly, the Cougars can't get there. Cleared out by the Stars. Goalie is off again. 6 skaters on the ice. We got a penalty coming up. It's going to be on delayed offside. Okay. Picked up now. Cougars try to get it into the offensive zone. Picked up by Tremmel. It's cleared out. Shot to the net. Misses. As Fox Cities was looking for pretty much the final blow there. Comes back out. They try to hold it in. Fox Cities quickly trying to substitute. 1:03 left here in the third. Cougars got to quickly hurry to get in over the line. Shot attempt there. Just goes wide there from Zephyrin Yeager. Cougars are way too far into the zone. Yeager touches up. Now here they come again. Stars trying to clear it out. Jablonski tried to play it up the wall. This one's played far corner, still in the Fox City zone. Stars go to the corner, going to try to tie it up over there. 37 seconds, clock running down. Played back out to the blue line. Shot attempt here, gets blocked in front. Cougars can't get there, picked up by Jablonski. She plays it up the glass, still being held in. 23 left on the clock. Near point, Cougars can't hold it in, it's cleared out. Going to be played back into the Fox City zone. Stars pick it up with 10 seconds. Stars fans smelling victory in this one as time is winding down, and we get an icing call with 3 seconds remaining. Going to come back into the Fox City zone, and at this point, it looks like the Stars are headed on to the championship game. 29-14, the Stars favoring in shots. 3-1 favoring on the scoreboard. As they're about ready to drop the puck, and Fox Cities wins the draw. They immediately take it to the corner, and that's going to do it in this one. Fox City Stars win this one 3-1. They will move on to the championship game tomorrow, facing either Hudson or the Central Wisconsin Storm, as these two teams are going to square off shortly. So once again, Fox Cities 3, Cap City Cougars 1. Cougars just couldn't get enough offense going. Fox City's speed too much for them. Final score, Fox City Stars 3, Cap City Cougars 1. Hopefully you enjoyed the game here on Wisconsin Prep Hockey.